Well, it says I'm live. Can I look at my own show? This says I'm not live. Now it says I am. Okay. Getting somewhere. I think I went too far. Maybe this is it. Getting somewhere. I think I went too far. I think it's okay. This is okay. It is. Maybe. Okay. Got that. Hang on. Always wear pants on the stream. Okay, YouTube. Just did this. My channel. I don't pants on the stream. My thumbnail. Oh, Dandy, glad you made it. What's up? Let me get this. I'm just doing everything I did before I went live. Exciting stuff. I'm gonna have to start doing a test stream before every show. Absolutely no reason for this. Getting Twitch open as well. Can't use Twitch to watch anybody else's channel, but if you have a handle, you have a chat room that never closes. Twitch chat rooms never close. Whereas like YouTube, you can chat when a show is scheduled. You can chat in the chat room when it ends, but I don't know exactly how long. But after a stream does end, within about 5 minutes, it will cut you off. It'll just say no more messages can be sent or something like that. I don't know. It's always been my style to just leave immediately when the show. You don't want to hang about like Burke Devlin. Okay. So, no, wait. I don't know if the thumbnail went up. How do I check this? Exciting YouTube stuff. Content. Live. It didn't save my thumbnail. Open. Save. Like I told you to do 5 minutes ago. There we go. What the hell do you have to think about? You've got one job, YouTube, and you managed to screw it up. Changes saved. Wow, it took that long. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I thought it would have been nice to end at 9 o'clock for once. Oh, share. Copy. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it was nice to think that thought till I got to the end of it and realized what would happen. Let's tweet it out. post it on YouTube first. For part 2. Paste, yeah. Anytime you share a link, erase the question mark and everything behind it. Copy that, post it, erase the other one, because it doesn't work any fucking more. Wasted my time setting that up. And Twitter. Yeah, so fuck you again, Logitech. No help at all. Oh, John Rogers, glad you made it. Once you go to, glad you made it back. I'm just getting it tweeted out. And well, I put it on Twitter and YouTube. See, that doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. Okay. That's everything set up. We're right where we usually are. And half an hour into the show. I don't know, at least this way I can stop at 9 o'clock. I don't have to go over an extra half an hour. All in all, it's I will have been sitting here for 2 hours. And it's not like this won't happen in 2 days. On Saturday, that's when I will have to go over an extra. I have to make up for any time that I lose due to technical difficulties for the Dark Shadows reviews. But this is not. This is a balcony chat, so I don't have those quite those strict constraints on this. It's much more loose. But yeah. The how does it go in Star Wars? The sequel trilogy does not, in retrospect, make the prequel trilogy good. I don't know anything about this stuff. I want to go to ask, do you know how to set your mic audio input mono one channel? Because sounds like sometimes one audio channel gets delayed by a few microseconds. No, but if you know how to do that, I use Streamlabs, you can either put it here or in a comment, or my email address is just it's mikepandle@gmail.com. It's me. Yeah, if you have that, I don't know, because when you go to look stuff up for how to fix audio issues, I use the Brave browser. You look it up, and it gives you an answer, and it's this. It's not pictures. It's this big long article. I'm not trying to read the Silmarillion. I just want answers. But okay, so you do take the steps that they give or the pictures that they give, and you go to find it in Streamlabs. It is not there. There's a search option that finds nothing. It's less useful than the search engine on Tumblr. That's saying something. So yeah, if you know how, let me know. I don't know where to find that. Anytime I've tweaked something, like I had to fight with the FPS, it is 30. If I set it to 60 in Streamlabs, it just makes everything look blurry. So you have to match it up with what your camera's frame rate is. So there's that. It was a retarded ass fight to get it in portrait or landscape. I'm not a TikTok. I'm not trash. I don't do portrait mode. So I just find it interesting how Streamlabs gives zero fucks about. You can't find anything on it. It's almost if it was a chat room, it would be a worse platform than Pilled, and Pilled is unusable. Oh man, I would hate to If I were to stream from Pilled, it would display me in 240p, and I would. It's not public anymore, but the way the audio sounds just through the laptop, it's worse than when the Logitech camera fucks up. And just because of that, I know I've got the box around here somewhere. I'll get you the exact make and model so you don't buy it. It's cheap as hell, too. If you're going to buy a camera to go live at all, make sure it's at least 60 FPS. I don't care what you have to pay for it, just pay for it, because anything less than that is unacceptable. It's like you were to watch a TV show from the 1940s. Yeah, they had TV in the 40s, but yeah, it's a wreck. So anything else you can find answers about, you look up something like, oh, you just go here, 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 and here to find it. Anything I want to know how to do in Minecraft, I can find it either through the Minecraft wiki or somebody's made a video of it. The one thing out of everything in Minecraft that there is not a video for, I kind of thought I'd have to make one, but maybe not, is how to build. It's some kind of clock that you construct it at your spawn point, and it goes off every second. And what it does is it stops bats from spawning, because I don't need that squeaking fluttering, but like I say, you can clear that up with, you turn off like mob, like friendly mobs, you can just turn that down to 0, you get no squeaking, but I still don't need the fluttering around. But that's mostly taken care of. I can find that. I mean, I can't find that. That's like the one thing that there was not a video of, or it's more than it's just so hard for me to like read that much and follow the steps with my concentration being so bad. But anything else in Minecraft you can find, it's just there. But you try to find something in Streamlabs, something people need to do their jobs with, and they give you the biggest runaround. It's the biggest runaround. It's like the YouTube thing where you said something we didn't like, and they won't tell you what you said. You don't get a transcript. You get a timestamp in a video that cannot be played. That's like giving somebody directions to a town that doesn't exist. It's like, I hope you realize you're this is zero help. Um, there's something about noise suppression, but where do you go to find that? Source filters, mic audio. What the fuck is noise gate? There I don't even own a gate. What does that even mean? Attack time, hold time, release time. Okay, well, the Streamlabs, not Minecraft. I don't need to. Who am I attacking? If I'm attacking somebody, you won't know it. So none of this means that it's just words and no pictures. It's words, 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 and then the article's over. There's is there even a picture? There's one picture. Filter type. Add source filter. I see sources. I can't even. It took so long to even set this up for my second show ever. I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Uh, this might be the same article twice. I think this is the same article twice. Yeah, and you can't email them. There's no contact us to ask a question. You can log out. There's settings. Uh, you go to settings and there's search. Okay, let's search something. Gain. Let's type in gain. I get language English. Okay, there's a G in language and there's a G in English. Actually, there's two in language, but that doesn't say gain. Nothing does. Disable hardware acceleration, parentheses, requires restart. Don't see the word gain in there. Disable live streaming features, parentheses, recording only mode. Don't see the word gain. It's nowhere on here. The search engine, like I said, it's worse than Tumblr. How do I get back to where it was? I can't find. How do I go back to? I can't find the camera. Stream? No, not stream. General? No, oh, no, I can't see myself. Oh, maybe I'm done. Did that ruin it? Am I fucked up now? Did I lose my picture? There I am. Maybe. I don't know. Let me check. If there's something easier to use than Streamlabs. Yeah, it's just I would not recommend this to anyone. If you use something else, I'm sure it's better. The only I heard Swaley say once that he uses Streamlabs, and sometimes people were saying his audio was a bit low. That was from earlier in this year. I don't know if he still uses it. I haven't really been staying caught ever since I started playing Minecraft. I'm not really watching my Minecraft YouTubers, so it's a little bit behind. I'm slowly getting caught up with Puff's channel. He does play some Roblox, which I'm not interested in watching. It's not about the scandal. It's just not fun to look at. Just visually not appealing. And most people don't say what equipment they use unless you, even if you ask them what kind of equipment they use, they don't say. So it's just a mystery how people go live. It was the first thing that I found a couple of Mays ago to go live with, so that's what I use. But yeah, like I was saying, I really don't understand why there is not. You have the stuff to make alcohol in Minecraft. How come Steve can't go to this his brewing stand and make wine, beer? Like, yeah, it might give you like a weird effect. It wouldn't be fun to look at the screen, but you can still have him get smashed. And oh, I've got a record player now. It's they have, what are they called? Trail ruins. I want to call it a trial chamber. That's different. Trail ruins. It's archaeology. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but the way I saw somebody else do it is they completely excavated all of the earth around the structure so you can see how it's laid out. And my thinking is, if I get rid of all of the stone and the earth above me, the best lighting is the sun. It's better than torches or anything else. So if I just have the sky for light, I won't have to put torches everywhere. So I just, as a consequence, I've gotten a lot of stone and dirt, but I can see what I'm doing, and it's way far down, and you have to be careful because it's suspicious sand, gravel, and if it breaks, if you knock something out under it and it falls, it just breaks. You don't know what the item is. You just lose it forever. But I've only done that maybe 4 times. But you get to use your brush and you find stuff and you can kind of piece together what they did in there. And it's made out of different stuff. It's made out of terracotta and mud brick. And somebody there's a loom and a cauldron and another spot and black and yellow glazed terracotta, and there's actual like ground to it. It becomes stone and cobblestone. I haven't even dug it all out yet. There's like this big tall piece and these buildings off to the side, but it seems like there's more that stretches out the other way that I just haven't even. There's so much earth to move out of the way, And it's so exciting to like, that's what it was. You get excited finding stuff, and then suddenly you move a piece of gravel and you hear something break, and you're like, ah, fuck. I have stuff Satan from the northern Maine woods. Nice. Yeah. Oh, you guys getting snow up over there too? If it's snowing here, Dandy said he was getting snow up in Cleveland. It's I know that's the opposite direction, but still. But yeah, you find it. It's like different colored candles and two emeralds and signs made out of oak and spruce and pottery sherds, not shards, sherds. Like one's got a howl like a wolf, and one has a heart, and then another one has a broken heart. Like, oh man, what happened? And it's just so interesting. Like I've got all that stuff separate. I want to piece together what I think these people were doing in that little area. But like it's so cool to just uncover this stuff and see what it's built out of. Because as you're going down layers, you're not expecting to find the glazed terracotta, and it's all white. Wow, they all have patterns on them. Oh, not yet. I but slept Satan good. Yeah. Ooh, Maine. Yikes. I mean, it never snows on Dark Shadows, so I have no reason to believe that Maine gets snow, but they might. It could happen. Maybe that happens on a day when they don't film. It's so cool down there. It's in a jungle as well. And while I've cleared out the stone and the earth, I did not cut down any trees. And these trees have vines on them, and vines don't stop growing. So there's these trees that are just 20, 30 blocks above your head with vines that come all the way down to the tops of these old buildings or down to the floor. It looks so cool. And then you try to climb one to get out, and I just I fall off. Uh, I know I know you can seem to jump from vine to vine. I just have not mastered that yet. So I'm like, I can make it. Splat. I'll try it again. Splat. Wait, I got it this time. Yeah, it's like a cartoon rather than just pillar up. So it looks really cool. It's such a big area though. It's crazy, and then I gotta like keep clearing it out as I go. So like you dig far, so back. Wow, this is cool. Now I've got all this stone and earth to get rid of, and then I just take it home and smelt it, and that's how I get experience. I'm up to level like 142 or 143. I haven't enchanted anything yet. You once you start enchanting, that's where your levels go. So it's slowly. That's how I get my levels up. I just smelt stuff. This was so cool. I'm always just I'm making if I'm not just making like charcoal, I'm just smelting cobblestone into stone just for the XP. And then I break my furnace. I swear one time I finished off one level and I got two more. There was so much experience in that furnace. It was so cool. Or trading. I get a lot of experience from trading. Yeah, I don't see why Steve does not. Maybe there's an alcohol mod, but in base game vanilla Minecraft, you're not just getting alcohol. I see why, kids play it too, but there should be a mod that lets you brew that kind of stuff. I've seen mods people play, and they've got all different kinds of food and concoctions and like recipes to make actual meals. It's crazy. And there's also a mod. I don't know if this is a mod or if it's just certain servers, and of course they get a hard time about this, but guns, it's actually you get the metal, you smelt it together, you have to make the bullets, and they're real different kinds of real life guns, and they really kill mobs and all that. That's not base game. I do wonder though, like, is that something in CurseForge, or is it just certain servers that let you have it, and maybe it's 18 plus? I don't know about that. I'm not a child. I don't have to worry about that. But it's fun the stuff that they add to it. Why not? If you're gonna be I mean, like, yes, be responsible with guns, but if people are also going to not be responsible with them because it's a video game. So if you people have guns in the game, why don't you have alcohol too? And then you're just basically you Drunk as Grand Theft Auto, can't you? That's just Grand Theft Auto. It is because whenever there's a chaos that makes you drunk, and that's when it makes the screen do like you're trying to walk in a straight line, you just can't. You're trying to drive a car straight, you just can't. It's like that. So that would be cool. I was thinking about making a dining room and just setting out food. There's a way to do that, but I don't want to see that food every time I go into the game to just sitting out and I can't eat it. And my Steve doesn't eat. I tried to make him eat, but I'm playing in peaceful mode. And if you fall and get hurt, like, yeah, you're going to lose hearts and all that, but it builds right back up quickly. You do have to fall from quite a distance to just flat out die. You can respawn. It's not the end of the world. I kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, I just don't see why he does not. No, yes, Steve doesn't eat. You can't force your character to eat when they're full. I tried. I grabbed some bread, nothing. You can make a baked potato, nothing. So I was thinking about, like, do I just turn it on a different mode, get hurt a few times, just so he can eat? Because he will not like you push the button and he just holds it. You can make him drink water though. You can get a bottle of water. He'll knock that back. But it's not like the character does not require to drink anything. It's just because it's a bottle of water, and I've got a clay farm, so that's why the bottles of water like that. But if I'm not eating, he should. I just wanted to set out like some chicken because that's the closest thing to turkey, and he can have his baked potato, and th- there's honey and steak. You really wouldn't have steak with turkey, but I like steak, so you'd have steak there, and just let Steve eat, man. What if he's got the munchies and he's not technically hungry, but like the food's right there? They don't have chips in the game, so he needs some kind of snack. I get why you don't want the well, let's say if you were playing on survival mode and the character's completely full, completely satiated, you wouldn't want to accidentally be holding down the button and Steve's just eating all of his food, and suddenly you've got a stack of steak gone and you're already full. So I get why he can't, but can I just tweak it so he can? I ought to try that in creative mode. Can he eat in creative mode? I swear I had a carrot once, maybe. It's been a while. You don't have to plant. You don't need food in creative mode. I was just building farms to practice. Because there's a way to do it. You have your block of water. As long as you're 4 away from that, everything gets water. So it was just to learn. And then I think my farm that I built in creative mode probably looks better than my farm in my. Oh, I did this too. I did this too. There's maps. So you can let's say like a map out the area, and keep it that way so it never changes, so you can compare it to, like, this is the land when I found it and here's what I've done with it. I didn't know about that. I just sort of found out about this about a week ago. But how does it go? You get a blank map, and you've got that in your hand. First, set down a banner. Doesn't matter what kind. Just set down a banner. Just place it there. Hold the map in your hand, and then when you right click on the map or on the banner, it turns that blank map into a full map, and it goes by. It's the smallest one, so it's just whatever. It doesn't put you in the center. It just is a snapshot of the chunk you're on. So apparently, I'm sort of like up in the corner off to the side. So, but you can see my house and my farm in that. I really just sort of have trees planted off to the side. I have more. I've got a full basement, but you can't see that. But you can see it. I've never seen my own house before. It's top down, and every square is a pixel, so it's just everything teeny tiny. So you see one teeny tiny pixel, and that's a pumpkin, and then there's a watermelon right next to it. But It's like my house is stone, so it's gray, and then right next to it is the farm. It's more of a rectangle, but the top of it is also copper. So you've got this big orange rectangle next to my other shaped rectangle of a house. But it's my house, and you can see the chimney. I wanted to have a chimney, so I built a chimney out of brick. I like it too. Damn, I really do. I'm gonna have to build a fireplaces when I get into building in Dark Shadows, say to the old house or Collinwood. So it's practice for that. Plus, I already built one for the cottage, so I sort of know what I'm doing ish without seeing one in real life. I think it turned out well. And then you take a bale of hay, stick it underneath the fire, and it makes the smoke go up even higher. Yeah, that's my house. I swore I took a screenshot of it. I should have used it for the thumbnail or something like that. I just want to check the audio since I don't trust it. Yeah, at the start of the month, I was kind of thinking it would be cool to watch The Edge and review it and then talk about it for this show today. I just want to. Yep, that's me. That's close. I think my voice is a bit deeper in real life. That's okay. And that's a nice thought at the start of the month, but the start of the month is November, and I'm realizing November is a terrible time to go through. Oh, can't see that, but I can. Had the 2 year anniversary of that's when we found out about Flat Albert passing away, and a couple of days later, my cat passed away, so that was just a bad time about 2 weeks into this month. And then got all basically almost all the way through that. Oh, a Monday, before the Monday show. Monday was so bad. Monday was not good. I slept on my neck wrong. I don't know how, but it's still not right. It's like all the way at the very where you're basically your neck meets your head, about midway down my back. This is all fucked up and sore. Because when I'm watching the show, I'm like this for 2 hours. And when this is messed up, you can't be that way for 2 hours. It just hurts too much. So I was all messed up. I was not myself. I just could not get it together. Had like half a headache, just taking everything I could to just to feel better because I knew I had 7 p.m. rolling around. And I got on my phone, and there's the Monday episode, and it's whatever the title was, and it said Pirate Blaze, and I thought, oh shit. And then I scrolled down just a little bit more, and it was Frank had posted earlier in that day that Anthony's cat Pirate Blaze had passed away over the weekend. Just that she had passed. And I looked at the clock, and it was 6:38, and I did not want to go to the show, but not going to the show is not an option. So I process all that before 7 and show up for that. Uh, I usually have another show I go to on Mondays after, quite frankly, but I was not in the mood for that. Plus, with my neck being messed up and the bad news we had just gotten, it just, no, that was not happening. Um, so, yeah, all right. Yeah, what's up, Dragon Sage? Glad you made it. Yeah, so, RIP to Claretta. She was around, but before I came around, always wanted to meet her. And just like a lot of other Franklies, I gotta wait until after I'm dead to meet her, but I was trying to think about the good side because cats cannot, do things people can. Like they can't drive a car. They can't eat chocolate or have onions. So my thought was that, you know what? Now she gets to have all the food that cats can't have. Like cats have no idea how good chocolate is. They have no idea how good onions are. They've never driven a car. Cats don't understand comedy. As funny as they are, they don't understand the jokes they're making. So now she gets to experience all of that. Want to go to a Miss Piretta. Me too. That was the most chill cat, like a ragdoll cats are chill, like that. John Rogers says Anthony posted a lot of pictures on Facebook. Yeah, I did. I tried to go over to Instagram for a hot second, and I can't see this right now. I'm too upset. But I'm glad he is posting that stuff. People do want to see it. Yeah, I get you. Someone who looks at you the way Pyretta looks at Anthony. Like that was her. Like they're like this. And his mom watched her a lot too. So they were. It's all yeah, family. But yeah, I guess she was up there. If Anthony got her in 2013, I think Frank said. So she was an older cat. It's not like she was like 5 years old or something like that. Pardon me, he's like. I mean, like she had a comfy, good life. She just got older. It happens. Um, but it doesn't sound like she was in pain or anything like that. It sounds like it was just like a at home natural thing. So that's good. You don't want to if you're like my last cat. I don't think he'd ever been in a car, let alone the vet. So it wouldn't have done any good to scare the shit out of him in his last minutes by taking him to some scary place he's never been before, just for them to kill him. So and he wasn't in pain, so he ran off and did his own thing. Um, So yeah, that's that. I didn't want to start the week with that. So that was Monday. Like, well, like how could this get worse? Oh, William Bill Cooper said it's never easy to lose a pet. They enrich your life. Yeah, it's the worst. Like really, it's been 2 years since I lost my last cat. Then this happens. Son of a bitch! I mean, like when it's your time, it's your time. Why's it gotta be November? So yeah, that sucks. It's then I got into the place. I'm not. I was too sad to eat, but my weight was not at a place where I can be too sad to eat. That's a little bit dangerous. I almost fell out last Friday. So like, no, let me go the opposite route and just eat something and to if you're gonna be sad, you might as well be sad on a full stomach. It's just gonna make it worse if you're hungry. So just like help yourself out. Yeah, Dragon Sage. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'd say you too, but you guys already had Thanksgiving. Do you guys? Okay, wait. Canada could do this. You could do like do your full on Thanksgiving in October, and then just wait a month and a half. Oh, it's time for the turkey again. Like, didn't we just do this? Like, it's American Thanksgiving. It's okay. It's the same kind of food too, like turkey and stuffing and something with cranberry. They've that the only time I ever mess with cranberries is at Thanksgiving. Like same with turkey, but like cranberry something and biscuits and cornbread and gravy and mashed potatoes and or do you guys do a not turkey? Like is it ham for Thanksgiving? Do you watch Canadian football after the I don't know. I don't Oh, Dragon Sage. I had Thanksgiving in northern Quebec. Moose meat feast. Okay, yeah, like you get a whole ass moose brought out onto the table instead of just like a turkey. We don't fuck with that. Hold on, you hear like the wheels squeaking. Okay, great. Good day today? Yeah. Dragon Sage beaver pie for dessert. Yeah, pretty good day. I ended up watching some last night. Everybody was going live last night. I got two rapid fire notifications. I thought it was Swaley and Puff, but it was Steve 1989 MRE Info. He usually does that. He'll upload random times. It's always two back to back. And sometimes you don't get the notification for one of them because for some reason they don't notify you about the one like the Chinese MRE, but they tell you about the Italian one. But that's neither here nor there. Dragon Sage says I'm a terrible person. No, that's funny. We owe you milk for they have Canadian football on Thanksgiving Monday. Oh man, you guys get to get bored with that stuff too. Now is there a Canadian Black Friday? That seems to just be some American nonsense. Like, oh, look at them. Glad we don't have that here. Or do you eat a dessert first and have the meal? You watch the football first, and then you watch. I don't know how they do it. Just football is so boring to sit through. Like, why are we watching this? Put on some cartoons. This is dumb. The Browns are gonna lose. Oh no, Dragon Sage says we have Black Friday too. Yikes. Oh, we only Bill Cooper said, yeah, Canada adopted Black Friday. Oh, sorry about that. Don't go out for, you're just paying, you're not saving any money. Literally 365 days, sometimes 364 when you can shop. A lot of places are doing Black Friday. I don't know if they are. They're like, that's where I got this. I got this and my other Not Today Satan shirt. That was a Black Friday sale. At least last year, I noticed a lot of places. Like, it seems like everybody had a Black Friday thing. Um, Check it out if you're in the market. Oh, okay. We owe you. Bill Cooper said we do Black Friday when Americans do Black Friday. Yeah, just that kind of makes sense because that's when people are gonna have discount codes and sales and real stuff, or better products. Maybe like some of the stuff that is advertised on, quite frankly, versus just any old crap in the store. So all that really means is you can't go out and run any errands on the Friday after random ass Thursday off. I don't know. I did go out on Black Friday one year. I realize it's a crazy day, but it would have been 2012 or 2013, 2012. And yeah, that was the year I decided I was going to get myself, something for my birthday. Even though my birthday was not until January, I was going to buy it then. But I went to Walmart and they had like the little box sets of perfume. So if it's not the big bottle you usually see, it was the smaller one, and like they come with like lotions and extras and things like that. At the time, Lady Gaga's Fame was out, and I wanted that. So I got it, and it's like a tinier bottle, and it came with lotion and body wash. I used up the body wash. I still have some of the lotion left. It's it's very perfumey. It does smell like the Fame, the perfume. It's black though. I show it to you, but then I would just get it on my hands and just all that. But it's they do still sell the stuff. Last I knew, at least a couple years ago. Kind of pricey. I'm glad I've still got the old stuff. I don't wear a ton of perfume, so it has lasted. It still smells the same after all of that time. So I got that for it couldn't even been like $20. It was not that much. Like, if I want to give this to me for my birthday, I'd probably just waited until Capricorn started the next month and just like, well, all of Capricorn is mine. I'm not the type to say celebrate my birthday for a whole month. I know there's people like that. It's my birthday month. Fuck you. You get one day. How old are you? Like, no, like, kids didn't even talk that way. Now you have adults speaking that way now. No. Just for that, you're 2 years older this year. Hey, okay, well, you're 30 years older now. You want to do this next year? Like, yeah, that's Carol. She just turned 60. I'm 30. Yeah, well, I had to hear about your birthday for a whole month, didn't I? Black Friday. Yeah, man, just do your shopping at home, or just do what is it, Cyber Monday? There's sales going on. Just shop online. Do it. If you have to buy stuff that time of year, do it safely. There's no reason to be out. It's just a reason to cause car accidents. Oh, what's up, Nightcock? Glad you made it. Smash that like button right meow. Let me know if the audio craps out. I'll do a part three. It's just an excuse to cause car accidents. I was out back when I did have to go out and work in public. I was working, I was just like down the way from Walmart, so I had to deal with all of the traffic. And right where locals know where Ashley Furniture is, it used to be where Toys R Us was, and there was a way to like just pull out and get into traffic there. There's not a light, but you know how you just like curve to get out. Maybe there's a yield right there. And all this was all somebody's waiting to turn to get into traffic. So this guy waiting could have just like been cool. Wait a sec. Like I'm not one for letting people out in traffic because I don't know how to drive. But if you're going that slow, don't be a dick. You might as well let them out. You're not going anywhere. It's just one extra car. And they can't let anybody else in front of them. That's the main thing. So you might as well let them out. Again, you're not going anywhere. But instead of just like being cool and letting this guy do is like pull out, this guy had to like rush ahead and like bump the car like just enough. Lights and sirens. Now the cops got to get involved. Now nobody can go anywhere because you had to be a dick. So I finally like, well, it's like I'm glad I'm not going that way. I'm going this way. I got to go to work. Finally get up to work. I'm looking out the window. See that right there? You see that? Yeah, there's so anytime it got it's like, well, nobody's gonna come into my job because all the traffic's backed up. So I got time to look. I'm like, yeah, dumb son of a bitch. Get that shit cleaned up. Then now, no, now everybody's having a bad day because you had to be a foot farther north up the road than it, dumbass. Andy says all the best Franklins on Nikki's balcony. Hells yeah. Smoke them if you got them. And Andy says happy tea day. Oh, Bill Cooper said I have to head out. Nikki, happy Thanksgiving, my love. Yeah, thank you for showing up. Have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah. If you do eat at 8 p.m. like they do at Collinwood, I still can't. I'm trying to imagine, like, I realize they eat 3 meals in one day. Like, what if you waited all day and didn't eat until 8 p.m.? I mean, you could do it, but you're not going to be feeling good about it. Like, I made it till 8 o'clock. And Cox said the view from Nikki's balcony is the best. Yeah, I want to put an actual smoker out on the balcony, or you're smoking out on the balcony, so I can get it both for the sight gag. For the sight gag, like I've got fish when I go fishing. Instead of just I sell the raw fish. I don't eat them, so I put them in a barrel that's just in the water. I want to shoot it with an arrow. I don't know if the arrow's going to stay there, but just for the sight gag, like shooting fish in a barrel, just for that. John Rogers says, I just wish they would fix the chat. Yeah, I messaged them about it at my last show. Still have not heard back, so I'll be fighting with them behind the scenes, see if there's any kind of way to get that turned off. But it's just taken down my, people are going to watch less, they're going to comment less because of that. So my views go down. If I was earning ad revenue, that would go down. Dragon Sage says, I'm on my porch/balcony. Nice. I can't believe I didn't think to do this. I just thought of this last night. I I love in Monty Python. I think it's one of the very first sketches on the TV show. They're the Arthur Two Sheds Jackson. It's Eric Idle. He's interviewing a composer who's played by Terry Jones. It's Arthur, in quotes, Two Sheds drink Jackson. Dragon Sage says I can help with the arrow. Yeah, because I know you can shoot arrows. I know arrows can get stuck in things. I just don't know if they despawn because I left my boat out once. I left it come back and it's not there. It's just like an item to just floating there, kind of spinning around. So you can't leave your boat out. You've got to take it down and put it away. But just, if the arrow can stay in the barrel, I'll do it because it's so funny. But the two sheds. I have not built a shed yet. I don't know how to build a shed. The most I know about sheds is when they have them set up in front of Lowe's once a year. It's been a long time since I've actually been inside of a shed, but I know they're quite like that. They don't have a real tall ceiling. John Rogers says it messes with my brain to decipher it. It's been like this for so long. I try to my eye kind of skips past the at symbol. I look for the first letter, and if I don't start recognizing a name within about 3 or 4 characters, I stop reading. So, like, okay, John, I know some Johns. I keep reading that handle. Okay, that's John Rogers. Dandy, Dann. Okay, I know that. Nightcock, Dragon. Okay, but some people have some silly fucking long ass Silmarillion handles. I'm not reading that, even if I know who it is. It like some have that like they've changed their handles to that on purpose. I'm not reading that. It's like you died. So I'm not reading. And it's all in lowercase, which makes it harder to read. So it like no, I'm not. Look, I'm not. Where here? Let me see. At it's no, they don't look like that. They look like it's all this like lower. What are the little letters? S C V and it's all the little letters. So there's no Q's, there's no D's, there's no F's. Nothing's big. Everything's like the OUERSC, but in numbers. Who the hell is that? I'm not reading that. I just typed whatever little characters I went. Yeah, John Rogers. At least you don't have ads every 5 minutes. I know that's right. It's so hard to watch a show where the guest spends 2 hours cutting off the host, and then I'm cut off from the show every 5 minutes. So it's really it's reverse Minecraft. So I'll have the remote. I make my left hand do work. So it's my left. It should. It's good at this kind of thing. This is what it does. So if I'm not muting or backing out, and you can't just hop right back in because you get an ad, and sometimes I'm mad I had to leave, so I'll just stay out of the room. Like, I know what I have to walk back into. I mean, I've got the chat room open, it's just going to the actual show. Dragon Sage said it just started snowing here, it's coming down pretty good. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, apparently we got light snow here. Oh no, it's all over. It's cold. I guess if you don't go outside, it doesn't matter. But the electronics like it cold, and I like to wear this shirt when I'm live, so it's good. But I don't like the room being 75 out of normally I would bump it up to 80. I'm glad the room's not ventilated or not insulated enough so the heat can get out without me opening the window. And Ryder says that's why I don't go to D Live. Don't have either. Yeah. Oh, you were dumb. On too. Glad you made it. Says how is sex like snow? Everyone talks about it, but it doesn't always happen. Then when it does happen, you're never sure how long it will last or how many inches you're gonna get. Nice. Nightcock, yeah, or the frankly formerly known as Thomas. Yeah, that's not even. Oh, what did I type? Hours Scunimus. Oh God, that's terrible. That's the kind of handle. You know when people show up and their handle or their screen name is just some random ass foreign word that you would never say in real life, but it references something they know about. Like, okay, okay, they're just gonna be whatever they talk about. They're really a normal person. That like they have that weird screen name because they're not gonna say anything normal ever. It's not necessarily that they're trolling. They're just on something else. Jordan too said we're supposed to get 8 to 12. Ooh, that's tiny. Those are some short people. You have a bunch of like Ken and Barbie dolls coming out, and it's too hard to. I'm starting to realize maybe people didn't update their handles back when YouTube made that a thing, so they just randomly get uh, numbers at the end of their handle. That seems to be what's happened with some folks. Oh, John Rogers says, I hope we don't get snow. I have leaves to do tomorrow. Yeah, ooh. I wasn't expecting it to get quite this cold that early. I wanted to take some stuff out of my car. Uh, it just doesn't seem right to have snow in November. I don't care where you are. Is like, can't you wait until like December 2nd or something? I can't believe it's almost December. You are dumb too. Yeah, winter is coming. So yeah, Deborah. Yeah, winter is always coming. Just the first day of spring, winter is coming. Hanging up your like your winter coat and all like your heavy stuff, and you're just thinking, how much it went in the fall. I'm gonna have to take this stuff back out again. Jordan too said I should be on with jokes more. That's all right. Whatever you feel like doing. Nobody's no nobody expects anybody to show up to the chat room like being a certain way. Like we kind of know like okay, this person's going to be funny, this person's going to be serious, this person's just going to be commenting. And everybody has their highs and lows. Sometimes they're chattier, sometimes they're more quiet. Like, oh, I had some stuff going on, and so right now I'm tired. But another time they're like super hyper, or like they're there and they don't talk a lot, and a couple days later they come back. Oh man, the other day all the stuff was going on. It's like it could kind of tell you were a little bit quieter than usual. You are dumb too. I know my second account has numbers after its name. Well, like the two is part of it. So, like, is it like you are dumb, like TOO or TWO? Like, the one guy who keeps posting the same comment, hoping to get noticed. This doesn't happen a lot, but it has happened before, where somebody who will like say a line that's maybe lukewarm funny, and that's okay. You know, everything you say doesn't need to be. We're not. It's not a competition, so everything in there doesn't have to be like a 10 out of 10. Joke or funny comment. It's just a chat room. But if that's what you're going for, don't do like this person did, where like they say it, maybe got one reaction. 20 minutes later, they say it again, no reaction. Another 20 minutes goes by, they say it a third time, no reaction. It's like after that, like don't say it a fourth time. It's like that gets funnier every time you say it. Like if it didn't work the first time, you're done with it. Don't say that again until the next show, maybe two. You don't want to keep beating people over the head with the same line, because if I notice it, other people might notice it too. Like, didn't I just read that? What time is it? That's why I got timestamps on here so I don't get confused. Like, I just read that. And then you scroll back, and you scroll back down. Oh, it's the first time I read it, but Like, no, I literally read that 20 minutes ago. It's typed the same way. Like, imagine going to a comedy set and they tell the same joke nobody laughed at a few times in the set. It's just as painful. Oh, I think this one has numbers in them. Yeah, that is that. The kiss my hairy ass. It's 731. Kiss my hairy ass, since the whole thing's backwards. Okay, yeah. In that case, you can just. Do I still have it? Uh, handle. Yeah, see if you can do it. See if you can update it and just cut off the numbers. I would be surprised if someone else has that exact handle. And if they do, just capitalize like the K and the M and just like that. That way it's easier. That's why I'm on about proper capitalization. It help like Nightcox is so easy to read because it's got that proper capitalization. It's because the at symbol kind of makes your eye want to think of everything as lowercase. But then if you like interrupt that with proper capitalization, it seems more real. I can say, yeah, kiss my hairy ass. It was fun the first time he showed up with that handle because I was reading it the Sarah my sick what's up Sarah Syria uh, uh, uh I guess it's a girl, I don't know. That's like, oh, it's you are dumb too. Like, oh, I wouldn't have known. Folks do that too. They'll have a different handle that's just wildly different. You would not know. Rainbow Warrior does that. He's Rainbow Warrior. He's also Pete. It's just two completely different. Rather than some people take their handle and have a slight variation of it, some people have completely different names. But then they're not doing it to play a character. They're still themselves, just with a different handle. I don't understand. Maybe it's just on a different website. I don't understand. I kind of see why that's fun. Dragon Sage, it's also hard to type. It is. And it really sucks. If you're on mobile and nothing, it won't let you tag for nothing. That's when it really sucks. That's when you really have to spell everything out properly, or just start giving folks nicknames. Like, hey, Phil. My name is Brad. Well, you're Phil now. It's easier for me to type. Just call me Harry. Yeah. Well, why is Harry a name? Like, who decided I want to name my son after a person with excessive body hair? Like, who was the first Harry that caught on? That like who like that was so popular that like, no, we got to keep this name going. We're gonna name our son this. We're gonna name our grandchild this. You name your son this too. Like Harry Potter. Would you really want to go to a Harry Potter? Because every piece of pottery you get is gonna have hair in it. So okay, yeah, that's it's extra insulated, but is it really sanitary? And then come to find out he's a fucking wizard. I can say it says I'm pretty hairy. And how hairy was he bald? And it was like, haha, let's call this guy Harry. Or did he have like the year round like sweater like a Robin Williams? Apparently that they just had to wax this dude so much. The waxer was like, "Can I take a break?" Some folks just dudes. I want to say like I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty big ladies that have some 5 o'clock shadow action, and happening. Like, madam, you should not have the same facial hair as a teenage boy trying to grow his first mustache, but I can't say that because she'll eat me. So you look like you're, putting in your to go order from Taco Bell right now. I don't want to interrupt you. Dandy says, I like my name. Daniel got lucky. Oh, you are dumb too says, Harry became a popular name due to its royal connections, particularly with British royalty, the massive cultural impact of Harry Potter and Harry Styles. Yeah, yeah, nobody was named Harry before and did the Harry Potter books come out late 90s. I don't know. I never read the early 2000s. I've seen all the movies, have not read the books. I've heard, of course, the books are better. I've heard people don't like the people who've read the books don't like the movies for the same reason. I think the movies suffer. It's too much special effects. Apparently, in the books, they're explaining like certain, like saying exactly what spells do what, and explaining the effects that it has on the other person. And it's the way it's been described. It's very intricately written. Like there's thought behind it. Versus you watch the movie and it's just this and special effects and reaction and more special effects and explosions and sparkles and I understand it's about magic, but it gets into that thing again, like I was saying with modern films. There's a lot of action, but at the same time, you don't feel like anything's happening. It's only when you're, say, zapping magic at a wall and the bricks crumble down. Okay, people have to run. Now there's consequences. So as fun as it is to watch the films and like get into the lore and like it does have a lot of good actors. It's silly material that they're doing their thing. Like that's the one thing that kind of starts to take me out of it. Like I'm having a good time. I'm with the characters. I'm scared when they're scared. I'm happy when they're happy, and just zap, 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 and just running. And it seems like that could have been done better. But it's just the spectacle of it, and they don't care. They already know they're gonna get the butts in the seats. Oh, what's up, Beach Chef? Glad you made it. Dandy says I was named after a soldier from World War II that my grandma was a pen pal with. Then she stopped getting letters. I as sad as that story is, that's a great backstory for a name, but we can guess why the letters stopped. Oh man. Maybe it was a good reason why. Maybe he hit his head and forgot English, so now he was writing letters in French, but they just wouldn't get to her, so because we're not France. And oh, oh man. Yeah, how does Australia do any kind of Thanksgiving? Don't want to be a dick. Like, what do they have to be thankful for? But like, it's like, well, then shouldn't every country have some kind of Thanksgiving? Like, oh, this is when the war stopped. This is when we gained our independence from England. It's just a food holiday. It's just I mean, I get it. It is nice to have time off. If that's the only time you get to see your family, if that's the only day you do get off, that's get off of work, then that's good. Oh, you worked out too, so that's where you spend the winter. In France or in World War II. Yeah, every winter I go back to World War II. It's so bad with the rationing and trench foot, even though that was World War One, and then I come back to modern times in the spring. Isn't that in a movie somewhere? For sure. I'm sure that's a sci-fi thing. You take a instead of taking a vacation to a place, you're taking a vacation to another time. So if you do want to go to ancient Rome or check out Pompeii on a certain day. You can. I'll be chip. Yeah, don't get to celebrate too much except the major holidays. Yeah, just like the whole St. Patrick's Day thing. You really can't do that in Ireland because it's like we are that thing. We can't be more Irish than what we are. It's just another day for them. That would be have like having a day where you dress like an American for a day. So you would just eat cheeseburgers and uh, how Americans dress. I guess you would have to wear extremely tight fitting clothing because everybody's so overweight, but at the same time, they want to wear skinny jeans. So you can see, you shouldn't be able to see cellulite through jeans, but that doesn't stop people. Andy says, I have an odd connection to him mentally. That's cool. I like that story. Like, as sad as it is, that's so interesting. Like I remember when Dusty Blue was going through it, she was just through some random ass conversation. She found out who her dad is because she was adopted. It's like, oh my god, that's him. And that was just unfolding in real time. I think that was about 2 years ago because we were. I remember we had to use Gilded for the second hour when, quite frankly, was off of YouTube because you can't chat in the Hill chat room. So we were over there, and it just through the that was took so long. We were stuck doing that, and she was coming there. Oh, I found this out, and all this stuff just through him being a like a not a major league ball player, but kind of up there. And somebody else recognized the name, and random conversation that just fell together. That is so awesome. Lots of folks do. They've got cool names for their handles, or like who they were named after, or stuff like that. It's a nice story when it's a good name. It's terrible when you meet somebody and they sort of have a like I would not name my child that for nothing, and they're like, oh well, it's a family name. It's my great grandfather or great grandmother did a thing, and it's like, oh, okay, good, but did they have a middle name, a nickname? Really want to keep that going. I kind of feel bad for some of these folks when you watch the for a while there. I think it was just me because every single video I just happened to click on talking about these crimes of these people getting killed. Every single victim was a Pisces. Nobody was on the cusp. Everybody was just full blown Pisces. I'm like, why? Is it just them? Like, and then I was okay. It's not just them. I was clicking on other videos, but I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? But some of these people you don't want anybody to be killed in such a bad way, but I don't know what's worse to be, murdered before your time, as a, say, a child or a young adult. Is it, I think it's worse when they have a silly name because not only are you, dead and your family sad and everything and devastated, but now for the rest of the time, anybody talks about this murder, we have to hear your silly as fuck first name. Who would have thought to name somebody that like on purpose, not as a joke? Like you don't hate your child, you love them and you still give them some stupid fucking name. What year were? And then you're like, okay, what year were they born? Well, what drugs could they have been on? Who thought this was a? Would they have been killed if they had a normal name? Instead of just like I don't want to say anybody's name. I don't want to like disrespect anybody who's been murdered. It's not your first name. Your legal name is not your fault. You were born with it. You can't help it. You can change it later on. I don't see why they didn't. So this one lady was an adult and she went past 18 and decided no, I'm gonna keep this dumbass name and just write it out, and then she gets murdered. I don't know if that's better or worse, but then from now on, like, and these are like these are unique names. It's not like, oh, I know two other girls with that name. It's not weird. Like, no, nobody else has this name, and now people talk about, you name your child gets murdered. It's bad enough they're dead, but I think it's worse that now everybody in the planet gets to know that you named your child some dumbass name, and I'm not saying Nikki's the greatest name or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. There's better names, there's worse names, but I didn't pick it. And again, once you have a first name, you can't just change it. It's not like, getting a last name where that can just be anything. You can't just up and change. I couldn't keep Carlin and change the Nikki part. I've been around you guys too long. That wouldn't work. So you're kind of stuck with it, but there's worse names. Here's one because I don't know any, and like, no offense to you, you're not a bad person because of your name. I just don't understand why somebody would name their child after a car. Like, who really wants to be called Shelby? I know it's a last name. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Shelby. It was close. But that's a car. How long has that been a car? You want to name your kid after a car? And I saw this girl. She was this is not one of the murdered people. This is just a somebody I happened to. I didn't know them. I knew their friend. It's like, oh, and that's Shelby. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, when you're dating, oh, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Mercedes, Lexus. What? Really? Who named you? That kind of blows my mind, especially if the woman's doing the name. You got this baby in you for right around 9 months, and you're like, car. This is my son, a Bentley. This is my other son, BMW. Here's my third son, Buick. Like I said, maybe Kanye should take your advice. There's no hope for that guy. Oh man. First of all, he got his mom a boob job, and that's why she's not with us anymore. Why? What man? I would think sometime after you stop breastfeeding, as a man, you're kind of done thinking about your mom's titties, and then you hit puberty and you start thinking about other girls' chests. But who gets to be a grown person, and your mom's in her, like, she was like, what, in her 50s or 60s? And he sends her in for a boob job, and next thing you know, she's 6 feet under. Like, she got some other stuff done too, but that Mama could only think of stage names. Like that's, it's different. I mean, you really don't want to give your kids some silly name. Somebody in here, it's one of the ladies told me about, like, their friend named their kid something. It's a great handle, but we didn't have internet handles back then. So like, you're really giving your child some silly ass names. I can say I dated a redhead named Mercedes. Wow, I just like, I understand Mercedes is like a Spanish name, but you really don't. I haven't really come across any Spanish people named Mercedes. It's more like you think, maybe your mom or your dad thought that they were a cool drug dealer. They've never owned a Mercedes, but here they are having this kid, so they're going to name it after a car that they could never afford. And then what if you are named Mercedes and you buy a Mercedes? How weird does that paperwork look? It's, it's not like Mercedes is like an ugly sounding word. It doesn't like hit the ear wrong or anything like that. But you hear that word, you think car. Like the name Levi. I've heard that 2 or 3 times. Bruh, you named your child after pants. Is your other son named Wrangler? I realize like Levi might be some kind of biblical name, but I also realize that pants, so you just named your child after clothing. Or the worst one is food when they name their kids after food. Do you know anyone named Brie? Bro, that's cheese. Kaiser? That's bread. Like, tell me you don't give a shit about this child without telling me you don't give a shit. Oh, Ravenscroft, what's up? Glad you made it. Says that shirt is awesome. Thank you. This is you can't see it. It's really light gray, but it's gray still plays. Not today's Satan. This is a child's large because I wanted long sleeves, so it fits like an extra small, not a small, an extra small. So if you don't like peeling your clothes off, then which I don't, but you kind of it's got to look a certain way. But I wanted long sleeves. You can't get an adult long sleeve shirt unless you get a hoodie. I didn't want a hoodie, so if you can fit if you can fit into a small, you could fit into this. It's just gonna feel a little bit tighter. But then if you get a little bit smaller and you are an extra small, it fits just fine. Like here's the arms, like the sleeves come. Oh, can't see that. But like so, like they come down pretty far, and it's so long. It's so like if I wasn't wearing shorts, that ugh, my light my eye can't see, but it's so long. It would be, if you wanted to wear, if you wanted to put a belt on it, you could wear it like a skirt. You could lift your leg, but it would cover everything. It's a child shirt. What child has a torso that long? I don't know. I'm just glad it doesn't. I'm glad it doesn't do like the 3/4 sleeve thing and look like like I stole my little brother's shirt to wear. So it does make the logo a little bit smaller. So if you get the like an adult shirt like I usually wear, it will be a little bit bigger. So that's why it kind of seems smaller like that. But it is so hard to find. Dragon Sage, her first name was Zola. That sounds really Spanish. Like Lola, but Zola. Ravenscroft, I can never find the right size anymore. Everything is for larger. It is. If you're smaller, it's so hard to find anything. Like the wrist braces I have to wear for my carpal tunnel. It's the smallest size. I've always had skinny wrists anyway, but you have to go for the smallest size. Like it used. Everything is made for giant, huge as fuck people. And like I used to be giant, huge as fuck, but I'm not that size anymore. And now I'm the opposite. You can't find small stuff for nothing. Like this bra, it's not even right. Like that's made for. I guess it's an adult bra. I don't think I was in the little girl bra section. But I still like that's made too small. You got to get the extender on the back. So like even they don't know how to make clothes for small people, even though all of the clothing is made in other countries where everybody's teeny tiny. But no, you can't get nothing that's not friggin' ginormous. You buy a coat and two of your other friends can hang out in there with you. Dragon Sage used to go grouse hunting with Chuck Yeager. Why do I know that name? I'm thinking of Jägermeister, but it's so hard to find. I've always hated clothing shopping anyway. It's hard when you're big. It's hard when you're small. Uh, I'm glad I don't have to do it. And now nothing fits. Everything is so big. I've got my quite frankly merch that are they're medium, and that's fine. But when I put it on, it's like the '90s. It's just so baggy and so much extra. I don't know how I can. Do you wash stuff in hot water to shrink it? How do I almost have to buy new stuff. It's a nice long sleeve, like gray. It's got the red Jester hat logo thing on it. I like it, but I just could not wear it. It's just so big. Everything just moves. You don't really realize it when you're wearing it, but then you sit in front of the camera, and if you're wearing something that's too big for you, all you do is just pull at it and pull at it, and it just like it doesn't sit right, and you're just like touching yourself for the whole show, like not like that, just pulling at your clothing. Nighthawk, yeah, the legendary ace pilot, one of my heroes growing up. That's probably what Jaeger. I think I know why that last name. Don't want to say it's spoilers for Dark Shadows. Oh, Dragon Age, he has pictures. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, throw those over in I don't know, like Frank's Discord or something like that. That's cool. I do have that. Oh, I know what I was probably saying about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I did want to watch The Edge and review that today, but I just cannot concentrate the way I used to. Um, it's too much to. It's enough when I can get through like reviewing Dark Shadows. I do all that like sort of first thing in the morning. Like I can't look at a screen to play Minecraft, so that's when I do that. And then when my eyes wake up more, I play Minecraft, so I'm not thinking about how hungry I am. And you can, even if you feel like shit and you can't really do anything, you end up doing things in Minecraft that are just bigger than anything you could do in real life. So you do feel like you're accomplishing things. And then you like excavate and find stuff, or figure out how to make a map, or build a shed. I want to build the two sheds, like Arthur Two Sheds Jackson. I want to build two sheds. Don't know where I'm gonna put them because I store everything in my house. But I tried building one in creative mode, and just to be kind of a smart ass, I built it entirely out of barrels, and then you use spruce wood. So it looks nice, but it is kind of big, even though it's 2 blocks high, so you feel like you're gonna hit your head when you walk in, and then you walk in and it's taller, but maybe that's too big. I think it's 5 blocks tall. But I want to make two little sheds and have them off to the side so I can have my two sheds for the Arthur Two Sheds Jackson, and then I can have like the fish in the barrel with the arrow for the sight gag for that. Do I have any other sight gags? I do have an armor stand in the basement with my, like, not my best armor. Because the stuff I have is diamond. I got that from trades. I haven't found a lot of. I'd use one diamond to make my record player. And I only have 37 diamonds, so I'm down to 36. But I found a record when I was excavating, and it's the music that Pixel Riffs uses for his outro. So like, and I stuck it under the stairs, but you can hear it from far away. Like it plays. I never have the music on when I play, so this is the first time I had like music in the game. Yeah, because I haven't really played around with the records too much in creative mode. So I've got a record player, and I can hear that everywhere. But I know what I was going to say. My armor stand, I there are pants, but I don't have it on the stand. I've got those off to the side. So if you open that up, dude's got like the helmet and the chest plate and shoes, but no pants. So I've got that for a sight gag only. I would get. I like that you can do stuff like that. If there's any way to make it like visually funny, you can do that. And the fact that you can, like, every block is a pixel on a map. People make art with that, so full on art. So you could just like write like hi or whatever, and like that would show up on your map. That is so cool how that works out. I'm still new with the game. I'm still finding out stuff. I just started playing in August, so it's I if I sound like it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. It's brand new to me, so I like that it can do that. I went from playing Final Fantasy VII in 2017 to Minecraft a few months ago, and it's my first keyboard game, so that's kind of why I've been so on about playing it as much as I can because it's literally starting from scratch. AWSD. That's totally new to me. Still getting used to it. Um, just how do people play so well? I feel like I'm getting better at you. Really, you have to do it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And the only way to get better at it is to do it more. So you kind of have to make yourself do it to make your hand learn it. And then if these kids can figure it out, so can I. It's fun. It's fun. You can, whenever you get bored with it, just do something else. So you're never constrained to like just a storyline or following a set path. You can play it however you want. There's almost no rules to it. Oh man, I just got about 5 minutes left here. Slowly start wrapping up. It is Thursday, even though yesterday I thought it was Monday. Kind of felt like a Monday, but it's Thursday. So Saturday, we'll be right back here. At least I will be doing Dark Shadows, getting on with that. Over 100 episodes into the reviews. I can't, that's a long way to go. I didn't realize how far I'd gotten into that, but it's 100 episodes in so far. Just gonna carry on with that, and it looks like next week is just a regular 4-day week. I didn't catch if Frank mentioned having anything off additionally. Let me go to Quite Frankly TV. Real quick, volume off, landscape mode. Yeah, it's just regular week. Yeah, that's all it's really up there. That's cool. So yeah, just well, here on Saturday, then a 4-day week next week. So you can leave your pants on the floor if you're just gonna be back here in a couple of days. Hey, Miss Croft, do you have a favorite storyline from Dark Shadows? We're up to 651 now, and the 1795 story is mine so far. I liked 1795, except they got so far, and I'm like, wait, someone's missing from the cast. So then it got towards the end, and I started white knuckling it because I wanted to, like, okay, bring this actor back on. I didn't need my fix, and they did. I kind of like the storyline that first got me really into it. It's later on after Barnabas Collins is on the show. Let's say up in the 290s, having to when Maggie Evans is around, and my favorite episode is 494, and then they kind of touch on that again about 3 episodes later. Oh, really do like that. I kind of didn't like there towards the end. I liked some of what they were doing later on with Jonathan Frid's character. I kind of wanted don't want to get into too many spoilers. Ooh, I do like the 1795 stuff. There is some, even though like I'm like, wait, they should have this other actor on there too. Like, where are you at? Um, there is some really good stuff in there. You do have to know that for the rest of the story. As much as I like it, I kind of don't like it because like so many of the characters are having such a bad time. But and yeah, there's some stuff going on in 1795. I'm like, wait, they are mentioning something. Why would they be so? See, I like the Adam storyline. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it, but and I guess it did just kind of fizzle out at the end. But like, I see why they wouldn't like Adam the character because eventually he does something where it's like, whoa, 180, shit gets real. But aside from that, I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I didn't really care for Eve. I didn't mind not seeing her around. Um, I will like when they bring Nicholas Blair around. Sorry if that's spoiling anything, but he's fun. You cannot, as bad of a guy as that is, he's enjoying himself so much. And he wears gray. Okay, that's too much spoilers. I like him. Um, and of course, I like anything John Carlin does. That goes without saying. But yeah, we're getting into basically pretty much as soon as Jonathan Frid comes onto the show, almost right after that, we start getting into like the first storyline that really pulled me into it. Like, dude, I'm here for this. Yeah, Raven's correct. Nicholas is an awesome bad guy. Yeah, the dude is just. And the fact that he does not like my least favorite character made me like him even more. Like, dude, I hate her too. What else don't you like? Like, oh, give her a hard time. She fucking deserves it. So they're not on the show yet, but oh man, I cannot wait for so much fun to talk about. Dude, just choose up the scenery. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for my audio staying with me. Hopefully, you'll find out when I watch this in a couple of days. Smash the like button on your way out. You can leave your pants on the floor. I do have super chats opened up. That goes directly to myself. You get your comment read on the show live. Your money stays in the United States. It does not go to supporting AI content. That just goes directly to me. And but all of your likes and your views and your subscribes help out the channel. Trying to get to 999 subscribers. So thank you for that. Thank you for being Frankly's. Ravenscroft said, take care and happy Turkey Day. Yeah, happy Turkey Day to everybody. Eat an extra plate of food for me, because that's the only way I'll be getting calories today. Yeah, I love seeing all you guys. So chow down, smoke out on the balcony, get some good sleep. And I will, yeah, have a great night, everyone. You guys are the best. Yeah, wrapping this up right around 9 o'clock for a change. It might not be a full 2 hour show when I post it up online, but I was sitting here for a full 2 hours. Just thank Logitech for that. But I love you guys again. Thank you for being based in Frankly's and sexy. I will see you in a couple of days. Love you guys again.